exercise, what could be the fate of people who don't already occupy at the college land? Dr. Philip John Kanu again.
This administration is really not putting any fight with them. I want to assure them that after this exercise, the doors of the college will be open for discussion. We know they did not enter this land forcefully, but it's just that unfortunately, the land that they occupy belongs to the Magai College of Education and Technology. And the government is saying we must retrieve that land for the forthcoming expansion.
Will be officially presented the survey land sites plan to the college administration. The Minister of Lands and Country Planning, Dr. Denis Sandi, said this survey came after the principal and the college, Dr. Philip John Kanu, they applied to the Ministry of Lands for the survey the college land. As he said, this exercise will take 2 weeks. Inside the Ministry of Lands, we use different technology them like drone for the survey this land. As he said, after this exercise, the ministry be able to capture the exact college land, when about 223 acres.
We came here, we operated the latest drone technology that honestly flew to a height of more than 300 feet, or we can say almost about 500 feet. So we operated our drone, captured all the entities in relation to the coordinates. Anywhere on the ground, ever see the bacon with such words affixed on them, SLS. So yes, we operated our drone, and then we captured everything, the entire structures of this college, the length and breadth, and then we were able to verify the boundaries of the land belonging to Magai College.
In continuation, all the people who get property at the Magai College of Education and Technology, the land, the documents they get for them different land them, no legal.
A big part of the emergency hospital, a small fraction of it is on the property belonging to the college. Again, almost all of the houses went vertically downwards from the emergency and within the confines of the boundary on the land belonging to the Magai College of Education and Technology. The whole of the Regiment Gray Estate is within the property of the Magai College of Education and Technology. So we have so many people within the confines of this college. There are people with houses here that they have official legal documents. Perfect, but under the new direction, it means a complete departure from old ways of doing things. Even though you might say that there are some of those documents were signed by the ministry, I will say, yeah, no problem. Why was it there? The director was not there. And those guys that were doing such knew all this while that what they were doing was wrong.
Dr. Sandy ended up saying the Ministry of Lands, we don't start the same kind of exercise. Now the educational institution them in the country, as well for ensure say then different institution them they able to take back the land with some people, we don't take from them. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Acheng Nojalo, the report.
The program where they listen a Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still look at more issues them inside the program this morning, and now we go outside the chairman for the Development Committee in Parliament, Honorable Dr. Kande.
The government been begin for develop the midterm national development plan. Outside them don't they go na different districts them for consult people them, but the development what they want that in district, the government don't develop this document and they take them na different districts them for ask people if waiting them input inside the document na in the day where they make them ask the people them for identify 3 things them na them document what they want make government help them pan. Francis Kaikai now the Minister of Planning and Economic Development say the problem where the districts they suffer from now in there na the midterm development plan,
and also they don't give a chance also for reflect some of the problems they want to get, and some of them problems them now in this development plan can talk about now they all about, so now they can review them again and for sure say in fact now we don't talk about then carrying it also get great potential as a district, a very new but good things are not new because already we don't hear say now 8 chiefdoms from Bombali and 5 from Woodlock and they come together, so now we don't exist already, so the area where not being developed and then 2 districts and they now they don't put together for call and carrying a district, so we there now for talk about Unayo development now, and we believe say it will get for happen. Why we there today? We don't already know why we there. We there because we can make sure say any plan we make, more make sure say the people then first of all and contribute to it.
Francis Kaikai continues to say the midterm development plan divided into 8 parts where they talk about the work them, where the different ministries then they do.
Because inside the plan you get a shape of 8 sides. Then inside every side they get their own side, education, health, agriculture, mining, everything. They inside that plan. So a minister they will represent all the areas, but they're not going all day today. So at some point we'll get to discuss. The minister they will come for discuss and tell you now which they do for carrying them. Just like the minister of youth affairs, they don't explain. The minister of local government, they don't explain what they do as well for that. Minister of information explain. Education, that last one just if you get for say more, but good things that don't happen to education. So the plan implemented, they get people that do the things they already, what's inside the plan. But we still get for camp and confirm that too. And I think we come so we're glad for that.
Dr. Kande Yumkila, now the chairman for Parliamentary Committee for Development, say now good documents we make is say any government will come for use this document.
We don't do this kind of work for with mandem. Enough fine where every government can change it. Where one government don't ask una waiting on a problem, we don't put on this kind of book. A good way every government can let them act small. But when they come back, they can begin to workshop for beginning all over and a waste of time. Waiting the people they want to see. If this government where they now say they go make the road from Madina Ula, take and Fintoya, let them do it. When the next one can let no cap soon again. Waiting on a problem, say, you company don't bring them to Fintoya. Do ya? Take them for winner, take them a see where they tell una today na for let una keep una head. So that other government know they come tomorrow. I say well one can begin all thing. Now so some government can waste people their time.
Dr. Kande Yumkela continues say not to all the term them for the whole workshop, but people for begin for see the reality.
We then a workshop wreck but no work nothing. Not to that we want, not to so. Now the road we want, now the communication we want, now the job that we want. So when you see APC, SLPP, NGC, the paramount chief representative, we all day now with SLPP today. Now for say this development, now for carrying it, not to for party. So do ya, when I talk to them, a big man and bring for una, so a big woman, the minister and Bokunaya, they really come for listen. But what we call ownership and development, it means say we una don't tell the owner self member now. Say, why if you don't say you do this, so we just want to remind you another job there some of we get parliamentarian.
After they may not tell the people them, but the document, then be ask them for identify 3 things them where they want that in district, beside the stakeholder them, that the district be identify health, agriculture, and good road.
Me na John Dito Kamara, Chairman, Karne District Council. Yeah, we all stakeholders, parliamentary, for select the most immediate 3. Looking at Karine, road network, then are the most difficult issue. So therefore, we'll take as number 1. We'll take agriculture because when we look at Karine is based on agricultural activities. So we'll take agriculture as the second, and health, we cut across the district.
We are Honorable Paramount Chief Alaji Kane Pari Akawale the second, and Chief of Karine District. For the priority is the way we are the same decision we all take. So the 3 most needed are roads, agriculture, and health. So these are the 3 most needed we all agree and we will take.
Then stakeholder there end up call on government for help them with the 3 developments them where they want at the district for radio democracy. Angemansari the report.
The program is still a listen to Gud Mornin Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we continue for look at more issue, and now we go to courts. After the lawyer for retired Major Alfred Paulo Conte, lawyer Abdullahi O. Conte, don't ask the jury them for give free verdict to Paulo Conte inside the alleged treason case because he say no evidence no dey against him. The lawyer for the state, lawyer Adrian Fisher, don't say all waiting the defense lawyer say inside in address not to true and ask the jury them for give guilty verdict to all the 3 accused them because they guilty of all the count charge them. Reporter Usman Kamara gets more Igona reports.
Monday, June 29 this year, the defense team for retired Major Alfred Paulo Conte, where lawyer Abdullahi O. Conte the lead, don't start and done the address to the jurors them inside the alleged treason case na High Court. We immediately talk to the jurors them. As we for address them, lawyer Abdullahi O. Conte say the jurors them get big role for play inside this alleged treason case. So he said them for look inside all the evidence and proper one and give fair judgments to retired Major Alfred Paulo Conte. He continues say the states not show any evidence say retired Major Alfred Paulo Conte gonna state oath for assassinate President Bio. And self say now because Paulo Conte go with brown bag na state oath we get pistol. Now that make the states charge Paulo Conte with treason where he say not to so it for be and ask the juror them for look inside all the issue ya because the state is say not get sober evidence them. Lawyer Abdullahi Okonte carry on say not to Kongosa Kergo Paulo Conte na state oath. Now President Bio is say me send column for effect the coronavirus because he say he believe from Paulo Conte and Paulo Conte no mean the member for do anything we go among the peace and security na the country and say one man not the commit treason self Paulo Conte not to James Bond for do them kind act here. So he say how the states go say Paulo Conte want for assassinate President Bio and overthrow the government. So he say how the states go say Paulo Conte want for assassinate President Bio and overthrow the government and serve the state not able show any group where Paulo Conte they work with for overthrow the government. All that is say all the allegation them where the state make against Paulo Conte na false and also call on the jurors them for look inside this. Lawyer Abdullahi Okonte same way so say inside the state host visit lawyer Joseph Fijira Kamara be asked Lieutenant Colonel Posowa if na the camera they up the aid so. But Lieutenant Colonel Posowa been say he no go comment because of security issue them. And lawyer Abdullahi Okonte say up till now the state not able show video of wetin happen during the term where Paulo Conte gonna state host. And that don't show say na false allegation them the state make against Paulo Conte and also ask the juror them again for consider or lentia. Lawyer Abdullahi Okonte inside in address to the jurors them continue say the gun where the state allege say Paulo Conte go na state host for assassinate President Bio. He be don't get this gun and license him for protecting self because the government be don't pull all the security then in hand as former minister. So he say Paulo Conte not to more man for no see President Bio go call an a state host. Where himself me address the jurors them. The lawyer for the state, lawyer Adrian Fisher, say always in the defense put inside the address not get any important thing them because evidence they show say Paulo Conte guilty of all the count charge them. A carry on say now because the defense team want for pull Paulo Conte easy one inside this case. Now that make the dimension all lentia. So lawyer Fisher be asked the jurors them for use them sense for make the defense not go fool them with all lent talk. Lawyer Adrian Fisher same way so say the defense inside the address say one man not the commit treason case, but lawyer Fisher say one man the commit treason case, and that's not happen as Salone and be mentioned for the Sanko, Omrigoli and other one then. Also he say the statement charged with treason, so he say waiting the defense say not to true, and again he be ask the jurors them for look inside and tear. Lawyer Fisher continue say Paulo Conte a trained soldier and on in Libya for 2 years. So he say he capable for do the thing them where the states charge him with. And President Bio he say me get confidence param. Now that make him call him for effect the coronavirus. But say Paulo Conte me go with different intention them when for assassinate President Bio. And self say no day where they should say former minister then forget security. Because he say if all former minister then get security force them not good for protect Salone people. And later lawyer Adrian Fisher say why Paulo Conte not left in Ghana house because he no say he get for meet with President Bio and self say the CCTV camera where the defense say they no one produce no matter because all waiting them for no way happen as state house witness they don't can talk am. So he say the CCTV camera no important and self say Paulo Conte now the 5-0 inside the planned assassination where him in the address the second and third accused winner Prince George Hughes and Sir Anthony Sina. Lawyer Adrian Fisher say then two people are not honest and not the talk true because they not lie say then sabi Paulo Conte for 60 years and self Sir Anthony Sina give license to Paulo Conte by paddy business. Lawyer Adrian Fisher be end up with plenty word them. Usa is say now because Paulo Conte no say in plan don't fail for assassinate President Bio now that make him cry and self say the guiltiness the shine pardon 3 accused people here Lexan. The second and third accused lawyer them go address the jurors them Tuesday, June 30 this year. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Usman Kamara, the report.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you not get the account number. Buy Ed Salite, pay other bill them, and now get it advanced salary. You don't need for worry again but almost money that you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go on Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Salone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
2 minutes past the hour, 8 o'clock. Now the time from studio clock, and we will bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me, Musa S. Kamara.
Well, as soon as from one power headline them earlier today in the program, we look inside the 2020 IMC bill with the Ministry of Information and Communication. They plan for go it now in Parliament. Well, for can look at this bill and some of the things them where the Ministry of Information don't put inside it. And the studio this morning, I want to welcome the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Soare. Good morning, Mr. Minister, and welcome to the program.
Morning.
And also now the studio we get Thomas Dixon, we are a journalist and also now the editor for the Salone Times newspaper. Instead of with we now the studio this morning for Kaif we talk about some of the things them where they inside the proposed IMC bill for 2020. Good morning, Mr. Dixon, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, thank you very much.
All right. People go remember say this BNTM, the Ministry of Information and Communication, been start for review the IMC Act of 2020. After this review, Friday, June 12 this year, the ministry been gazette this bill. People go same way so members say this bill now for give power to the Independent Media Commission for continue then work for register and regulate the mass media institution them na Salone. And say for give license to person on institution them where we open radio or television station them. Same way so the Independent Media Commission get the power for give license to people where want get newsletter and newspaper them. Well, for sake of this we make the Ministry of Information they start for review this particular act for give them more power to the Independent Media Commission. But from where the Ministry of Information will start this review and then we gazette this particular bill, issues don't they come out from journalists them and safe other media stakeholder them we get some concern them. We can't talk about them concerning day. But for start with Mr. Minister, start for explain how this review been come about.
Well, I mean we President Bill assumed the leadership of the country, or even before then, with the campaign, I be not say once he become president, he go expunge the criminal libel law from the law book, he go pull and come up on the law because it's not bad law. And they make they will attract the best and the brightest people there into this career. Past like Mepadi Thomas there and a few other brave guys there, we still don't come on all. Yeah, that's one. President Bill also notes say with the criminal libel on our law books 1965, they now make sure say the media are not able to attract much needed investment in the sector because I mean you're not sure about the security of your investment. We also see a media before we every day you see young men and women from the graduates from various fields of work. They're not able to get salaries and they work a day from morning to evening, some of them to the end of their career. They not get salary, they not get paid, they not get any form of protection, whether social security or otherwise. As government, we owe a responsibility to each and every Sierra Leonean for make sure see they get a decent wage for the endeavors the way that they do. So we're concerned about that one day. We're also concerned about the general welfare of the media. the president believes say nobody not for be criminalized for doing a job, right? So for that reason, and they been promised where the campaign say, oh, a win, they go repeal the criminal libel law. And you know, this is not the only president in the 55-year history of the criminal libel who don't make bold, audacious steps there. They don't pass on through cabinet. Now strong political will to do that because people then get very legitimate concerns about removing the criminal libel. But the president believes say Sierra Leone for join a progressive committee of nations, right? Because this lawyer they keep we behind, you know. So insist say we go for do this. We don't go past cabinet may not approval. No government, even governments that will come to power on the back of repealing criminal libel. They not do. Fuck all they not been do. We also get a situation where this president now the only presidential candidate is would vilify the press. You know, this was some media houses being most irresponsible and reckless. Wouldn't they you know, then literally do everything to her. But still, I believe say the media gets an invaluable contribution for making national development. So they don't charge more the responsibility. We don't do various consultations since I become minister. We don't consult at all levels, every level. I really mean every level. You know, when you look at the composition of the IMC set, they get boku journalists and they represent the media. But also, the media gets a professional body, Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, who have consulted there at every opportunity, every inch of the way. We don't meet with law officers department, both the former leadership, Mr. Kelvin Lewis there, Dr. Spencer there. I want to express my appreciation to them, the monk and executive. They were very supportive and cooperative every inch of the way, I really mean. Law officers department, some civil society organizations, media reform coordinating group, all of them, we have worked together over the period, you know, through long hours, long nights with IMC for Get to Saudi. So this is not somebody sit down overnight dreamer. This is not somebody one man's dream. This is not a product of consultations, long months or over a year of consultation now put together in this version of Okego.
You don't make mention of certain names and institution them way according to you say during this review process on a be all lengthy consultation with. But among the names there and institution the way you don't call where the proposed bill being come out one have been gazette so many concerned on the come out from media practitioner them institution owner then say the process not be inclusive.
No, I mean anybody would listen to me. I mean, no say not so true. I don't call people then, they not die it. These are living men and women. I see Dr. Jill Spencer send very personal opinions then to me directly to the minister and views them. But that is not to say at early stages it not be the part of the consultation. I agree, say up to the time of the meeting the Attorney General believe. But they do the right and decent thing. They don't write views them because it not be there at some point during the consultation process. They think say there are legitimate concerns that we get. I respect that. I would take that on board. I've been on promising. Mr. Bushi, I'm a personal use yesterday. I'm not able to do that. But I can tell you every inch of the way, all the people are talking, not to people that don't die. Then they are living, they are breathing, alive and kicking. We hold consultations in the Ministry of Information and Communication severally. Yeah. We move there, we hold consultations in the Law Officers Department. IMC don't deal with them, and they don't even go around this country. Yes. I mean, but this is a living document. Now that making they call and draft IMC bill so that they will elicit debate, conversations around the one they want to be able to reach can bring in their own input. But for let anybody say at any point they not be consultative, that is not the truth. The policy economical of the truth, not the truth.
So, Mr. Minister, we look at key highlights them where they inside this reform. What are the key things them where una they propose inside this for somebody where they listen?
Well, for the one who they listen, like I talk. The IMC bill, even practicing journalists then, agree say a week. In fact, I don't see Boku media, both print and electronic, they describe her as a toothless bulldog with all the bet. Right? When we say hold that view, and Boku other people then hold that view. The current IMC bill as it is. Right? So we all agree. So look, we need for change this one. We need for change particular provisions there, law strengthen her, law improve on her. Besides, law make her more progressive, right? So we sit down together. Part of them consultations. Some of the things that we'll look at, for example, education requirements, right? We think say journalism is a very noble profession. you get people then they where they hold the high and mighty accountable. People then way now government officials, both local and international, the media get the right. Now they no more get license for holding people then they accountable. So they say because of the gatekeeping role that they play, particularly if you're the editor of a newspaper, you're not the gatekeeper. Now you deserve waiting the public for consume, right? If you're not a newspaper, if you're not radio station manager, now you're not gatekeeper in a similar vein. So what do they say? Look, for practice engineer, this is not light duty, now huge responsibility, right? So they say law get qualification requirements. Right. Yeah. I mean, now the bill who put say for getting degree in mass communication, but that is a concession where we are open to discussions around that. Right. It does not have to be exclusively mass communication. It could be any discipline, for example. Right. As long as you get a degree, 5 years experience, you can edit a newspaper or something else, or you have a diploma with 10 years, you can do that. Right. But we are not going to allow this profession who want for Salone gets a proud history of journalism. In the 30s or so, we will get the late I.T. Wallace Johnson and others. We will export the best and most quality journalism to other West African countries. Right. We don't try, the media don't come of age, but we think say we need for up, we give a little bit more. And we don't say journalists in the very progressive journalists in the yeah, we desirous for compete with other countries there, even at the region or the world. Right. So one for support them for achieve that.
Continue for the with you in the program, Mr. Minister of Information and Communication. They come over to you, Thomas Dixon, a journalist and editor for the Salone Times newspaper. The minister don't lay the premise of the discussion. He don't do a background. What they bring about this review, and according to them, there be all wide and lengthy consultation with media practitioners them, and of course with large. You now an editor for a newspaper. You have been getting your views them when the gazetted documents being come out, and we should say this is a proposed bill and they're about to go with our parliament. You can first share your own opinion as a journalist and also an editor.
First of all, I think it is right. The right way the minister say the president will make a promise in a manifesto. He say it repeal the 1965. Part 5 of 1965 Public Order Act, we criminalize libel. Apparently, Sierra Leone are one of the few countries in the world we still get that law. We make Sierra Leone, even for them, we get big time investors, serious investors, then go find it difficult for Ghana Salone because that law make our country not open and transparent. We say they criminalize journalists for say the truth. But we see outside the president elect away come. They don't make bold, conscious, and courageous steps towards removing this particular law. And I want to give kudos to the government for that because at least at policy level, we no longer get, that means at cabinet level, there is no longer criminal libel law existing because cabinets don't say they don't want this particular law. Then take this law go to parliament. When they take this law go to parliament for repeal the law, the documents in a parliament for 3 months. We have a parliament dominated by the ruling government, where the speaker and a member of the, in fact, now part of the manifesto committee of His Excellency the President, the New Direction Manifesto. So we expect, say, them for able to buy this idea, but they left the bill for expire. What do you mean no say that the core, the fundamental function of parliament, na legislation. And parliament, they look at waiting there in front of them, not to waiting not come before it. These particular instruments have been there with the minister go left arm. And I know some of the views of some of the members of parliament. And I think, say, as a nation, we therefore know, say, the table can turn. If you're not a member of parliament at the ruling side, before no say, tomorrow you will be member of the opposition. We see, recently, an opposition member, they arrest them under this law.
All right. Certain things then they inside this particular bill where we don't they see senior journalists them don't they raise objection to. For example, the Guild of Editor then puts together an objection paper. Outside then get issues with Section 29 A and B where they talk about sole partnership of the of somebody who want to own a media house or a newspaper. Now one thing that the way the Guild of Editors and other senior media people and they frown out. What do you take about that particular section in the proposed IMC bill?
As I say, I think say this bill, the minister talk about wide consultation. really want for talk say they will not get wide consultation. Probably the institution that we mention, they consult them, but there is no wide consultation, as in the strict sense of the word wide. No wide consultation.
But you just make mention of names.
No, I understand.
Hold on, Mr. Minister.
Constituencies, then they're supposed to go back to the constituencies. But we consulted every inch of the
when they make law for people, you get for ensure say you consulted. In modern day democracy, they even move from consultation to validation, where they put section by section abode now like a whiteboard. Section 1 you put on there, you ask the people what are their views, what are they in favor. You take the majority views and they form part of the law. But we will not see that happen with regards to this particular bill. We believe say this bill they hurriedly put them together because Parliament say the need for the IMC bill for VM. So it was hurriedly done without the consultation and validation of a wider section of the media.
Thomas Dixon, we look at this bill. What are you concerned with this bill in a whole? What are you concerned with this proposed bill as a whole?
I got there are several concerns we as editors they share with regards to this bill. First of all, we get I want to say without some of this draconian and dangerous section, this bill could have been one of the best. But you get some section the way they put the way they think say now, then they mask the truth of journalism in the country. Section 3 will not get in the current act, will get a representative from SLAJ. If you look the legal council, you get a representative in as much as you get many other representatives, some of them are lawyers. You also get representative from the Bar Association. So if we say we forget representative, now as SLAJ, as Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, and forget a representative na the board. Then you come to a section where they talk about section 34, where they talk about renewal of registration. Then say if you renew registration, your registration therefore be pegged to performance. We don't know that they determine performance. Which kind of performance? And it's so vague that anybody can misuse this particular section. Tomorrow, if an IMC way pro government in na office, then you get a critical media. That IMC they go say that media will say no they perform well. We also get section 15 and section 14. These two sections they make registration and renewal as the same. Okay. How can you register and when you go renew back, you get the same burden for going renew? There are many sections, but as they go, I go highlight them.
Alright, well, I'll just bring in the minister as instead dinner, so let it go respond to certain concern them way Thomas Dixon raise. But when you look at different opinion again of journalists that we don't come out, the one other major one that this particular proposed IMC bill of 2020, they undermine the mission of the Independent Media Commission, where they talk about free and plural press.
Yeah. So long we begin. My brother say, okay, I know democracy will get now, they call it representative democracy. Back in the days of the Greek city-states, in Athens, all the people them in the meeting at one place like a market square for taking decisions. But population explosion and things the change around the world, now that make them bring the representative democracy. Who constituency themselves who are represented at the level of MP there or councillor them, because all man they will come together and take a decision. I'm also aware, and there are records to prove it, that the IMC and this team they are what they call, they made nationwide visits across this country for consult on this bill. Yes, I mean, there might be need for broadening the scope of engagement or what have you, but I tell you, there were wide-ranging engagements and nationwide too, not on the Ministry of Information or IMC. But I mean, with bills like this, they are sensitive, you could do more and more, agree, right? But for let anybody say, it was not consultative enough, I not agree. You know, so having said that, when they talk about media ownership, again, like I said, this thing not to the convenience or air conditioned office in the Ministry of Information as you don't do this bill. This bill is a product of working together, collaboration, cooperation of all the salient stakeholders in the media ecosystem. Right? Now we get this. However, since the sole proprietorship, that can always be reviewed. Okay? The concessions can be made here, and after all, the essence of a draft now let elicit more debate, more conversation around the topic. I say Salone set up the most prosperous and progressive businesses in startup as local private churches. I know that the UK, for example, been get Anita Roderick. Anita Roderick, been the proprietress of the body shop, will end up for become a multi-million-dollar business now over 54 countries. Now, per my start for bottle, we say for let pay for and begin and let them get something for it. So that is something we can talk about, right?
Mr. Minister, as you just don't make mention of more debates, so don't they come up, especially for this proposed IMC bill. Another popular one among media practitioners, now that this bill one-sided and it gives so much powers to the IMC for protect the government. You agree with that?
That is not true. 55 years on, nobody no make a requirement say what people they work. I mean, people that work, you know they pay them. You just give the ID card, go into the world and fend for yourself. So you don't get a very healthy environment for attack, defend, and collect journalism. You don't get a massively healthy environment for let yellow journalism trial. They say we are giving to the Sierra Leone media what they have worked for all these years in 55 years, what they not able to get, and this is without sweat. Yeah, so you're not going to say that kind of thing.
Mr. Minister,
we are giving to the Sierra Leone media an opportunity. For example, they don't watch a dog institution. So look, amongst other things, now would they now make sure say, instead of when present on a report to the minister, why wouldn't he present it to His Excellency, like the Human Rights Commission they do, like the Anti-Corruption Commission they do? This is not proposals after talk. So there is a lot where they in this bill where journalists therefore celebrate. So talk about giving to the press. No government, and I really say no government, all caps, has ever done half of what President Bill don't do for the media in just 2 years of the presidency. We promised, yeah, we said we'll give subvention to the parent body. We have done that. We don't stick to that religiously, right? No journalist, no budget, no don't do that. We pass on through the budget. We don't say we will support sludge, for get land, for build a headquarter. We are making progress with that. And we don't promise the repeal. We don't go past halfway. Or we follow this repeal process, Thomas.
So we talk about independent media commission proposed bill, where, as the name goes, independent media commission, but government they play a very big role now. That's go come with an issue of independency of the bill itself.
Okay, so last time I checked, I also know say they get something they call the Audit Service Commission, then get something they call the Anti-Corruption Commission. But for independent institutions, there is still a responsibility. The government gets constitutional obligation for make sure say you provide general policy oversight. You don't interfere with day-to-day administration, and this government is not seeking to do that at all, by no means, right? Now that make you find out say the IMC said on a largely get up. It's a journalist outreach. I will expect that.
Inside one letter where some journalists them write to the chairman for the Legislative Committee in Parliament, Honorable Gevao, and then draw in attention to certain grey areas them na the proposed bill, and then list certain one them. One where they talk about now Section 24, where they talk about cancellation or suspension of license, where na power than the way this bill.
For repeat offenders. Within the 6 months.
Mr. Minister, hold on.
For repeat offenders now once na B. Then you get in the public interest.
In the public interest, yeah, we'll
who determines the public interest?
Thomas will come to that.
This section they talk about cancellation or suspension of license.
Yes.
And according to the journalists here, then they say and say it's very dangerous for Lady IMC get such powers.
Well, I mean this debate here will go on till the cows come home. Yeah? But the fact of the matter is that when they appoint people to offices, not about that to them can say possible for me of sane mind though. They don't all go put case one day. They say for me of sane mind and integrity for holding public office. Right? So when they weigh the balance of probability, the public interest go for me the public interest. Not because you see Thomas Dixon a beach, you go right there, you say that's in the public interest. Even though I know say some country we don't misuse that one day willy-nilly. Last year something for I mean this is a public discussion as well. Now Uganda, where Idi Amin take over once, they go around the country, they meet up, they enter one hospital, one community hospital, they meet one lady, very beautiful lady. So I think they invite her for a car in Uganda. This lady was married. I think the husband begins sniffing around. They put the woman will be open a state house now look after her health. So I think the mind people they begin drop word there, right? They hear the rumor. He addressed the nation. He said the president in health and national security issue, nobody know for discuss. Who don't pass that stage then? This government knows that one of the most tolerant. There's nothing they have not said about President Bill, both as candidate, both as also as president. Right? I believe say the press for do a professional job.
Okay.
I continue for the program, Mr. Minister. We can now to Thomas Dixon. We don't listen from the minister in an argument the way they put up. We don't they see different objection them from media practitioner them and the Guild of Editor. I believe as an editor, you part of them. And on from Sludge. Waiting at the way forward now, as we all get different opinion them for try to put them together in one document and present them to the Ministry of Information. Let them know say this na the position we get all the views of journalists in the country.
I want to say because this law not consultative, things then they way now imagine issues where they for don't add upon this particular thing what they not do. Issues like cross-media ownership, where the world over now, they look at cross-media ownership, where one individual no go become so powerful for own all forms of media. But you know, they know this particular law. Issues like spectrum policy. The IMC not get control over spectrum, but as a nation, we not get a policy on spectrum.
You don't know about that? It's in the NATCOM Act 2009.
No, but yeah, I know it's in the NATCOM Act, but we don't have a policy as a country on spectrum. How they share this spectrum and natural resources. How they share, how they not so journalists say one good they use them. You get security forces, you get telecommunication company where they use them. But how they distribute them fairly, it's also of essence. We will not get them kind of thing. Now let me go to the act proper. This act so dangerous that it even ask the IMC for come now get the democracy, for instance, say, Madam Asma James, give me your account, let go check. How they get money? Where government now they put penny. Now SLBC for subject itself because now government they subvent them. Subject itself to audit service. Independent media houses not they subject themselves to government audit. That is dangerous and it tantamount to anti-progressive force. So we there against that particular section. This also goes to section 40. Section 40 where they talk about education. I have not seen a media bill where they legislate requirements for become a journalist.
What in our fear in that particular
Thank you very
area
much.
they talk about qualification?
You see, the media born out of the womb of free expression when you are inalienable right where all man get. You know they can't begin discriminate against people. In 1996. Some element of this, being that the media practitioners actually parliament be passed. But former President Kaba in wisdom, decide not for sign into law. After he gets advice from him, then information minister.
How checking about a professional in educational qualification become a discrimination?
You know the legislator. This not a league, this not a privileged profession, not like a law, not like a medicine, not a privileged profession This profession a right-based profession. All man get right. In fact, this particular section, they against section 25(1) of the 1991 Constitution. So, this particular section, for pull totally, is not relevant. Like individual media houses, like 98.1, like Mayo media houses a long times. Let me set my requirement, my educational requirement. That is what is happening all over the world. I will set my education. If you want to be editor on Salone Times or reporter, I will say you get diploma. Not to let government go legislator. So you discriminate. In fact, the legislation what they do, they say mass com degree, we make them more fearful. What about people who read? What about people who read? You get economic magazines all over the world. You get sports magazines. You get technological magazines. What about people who read chemistry? You get medicine magazines all over the world. What about them? So this section is very discriminatory and very dangerous to free press.
So in this
now,
yes,
there are other sections.
Yes.
You guys, Mr. Minister, you don't talk. No, you don't talk all along. I just begin make the point. So, yes, section 24, what they talk about? Where they talk about cancellation of license. You know they say IMC not get the power, not forget power for cancel license. We are in the media, the individual media house acted untoward. But the provision, you get subsection section 24 subsection 1C, where they talk say IMC can close you media house in the interest of the public. Mr. Minister say then they appoint people that we send in our government.
But in all of
sometimes
this,
you don't see who say people that we send in our government not can behave responsibly.
Mr. Dixon, in all of this, you don't think say the institution where they for regulate media houses them forget some powers where you they try for check the way how the media practitioner they practice in work for less small checks and balances than they in terms of professionalism.
You see, in as much as we all the gear towards professionalism and sanity in the media, we therefore be very careful. We therefore be very careful. Let we not overregulate our media. Let we not overregulating our media. Would they make our media subject to government control? Yeah. So we have to be very, very careful. For say IMC for close. Let us say, for instance, newspaper in the way they publish once a week. You go say when they want to go, you need a license because they need to come every day. You go close them down.
So, Mr. Dixon, let we look at.
So now this issue of public interest, or because let us say we can't get a government where so like praise singing, or because they praise the president. This newspaper alternate and criticize the government. You go close them down. You go say they're not in the interest of the public. We are talking. It's talking about sin, but not also aware that sometimes too much power can give people and can make them behave. We don't see any ministers, government heads of government agencies where they misbehave.
The minister in points them we mentioned that government come into this for ensure say there is healthy journalism and also give the profession a facelift. You agree to that in this proposed bill?
I not say government is guy for let we get a very good journalism in this country. But government will be very careful not for bringing sections in. Especially one I highlight where they attempt for muzzle the press. Section like where they make renewal registration, fresh registration be the same. Section where they say they for only register in newspaper under performance. Who that they determine this performance? What are these performance? What are the standards? Okay. You don't go let them make section. We don't know this country who say people they misuse law. Even judges. We don't know who say they misuse law. Constitution.
Okay, we they come back to una continue for them to inside the program Good Morning Salone. If you just the January, you they listen to Good Morning Salone where they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 and we partner stations that across Salone. And inside the edition of the program we they look inside the IMC bill where the Minister of Information they plan for Kelgo na Parliament now. Inside the studio we get Thomas Dixon, editor Salone Times newspaper, and also the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohammed Rahman Swari. The program Good Morning Salone, the Peter Kaku Lavaun, as Joint Force Commander na the Republic of Salone Armed Forces, as way for begin them work. Then 2 military officers the year don't take oath of office before the President.
I do hereby in the name of God swear that I will faithfully and truly discharge the duties of the Office of Chief of Defense Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Secretary to President Dr. Julius Sandi, they administer oath of office to the newly appointed and promoted soldier Boston, who said the Director General, Minister of Defense, Mohammed Dabo, been read the promotion where the President don't give them 2 military officers the year.
It has pleased His Excellency the President to promote you, Major General Sule Ibrahim Sise, to the rank of Lieutenant General. It has pleased His Excellency the President to promote you, Brigadier General Peter Kakong Labang, to the rank of Major General.
According to President Bio, promotion and appointments are the best thing will go happen to any soldier man, but say, them promotion and appointments here, you get big responsibility. As he say, he expects them to soldier boss here for transform the Republic of Salone Armed Forces.
Promotion comes with responsibility, of course, but I have meticulously chosen the both of you to lead, and you are leaders in your own right, but I want more from you. We have lost quite a lot in terms of professionalism, and we need to regain our glory as a force that was respected in this country and beyond. So your appointment and promotion therefore comes with a lot of expectations, and these expectations are not standard. They are way beyond what you would normally expect. But I hope and pray that you will rise to the occasion and serve the armed forces of the Republic of Sierra Leone, ASLAF, and also the people of this country. We want to be proud with the type of, the quality of service that you are going to give, and I have no doubt in my mind.
President Bio continues say, in government ready for support them military officer then yeah, for CC then do them work fine.
I don't need to remind you that the task ahead is daunting and can be daunting sometimes. But you have a shoulder to rest on all the time. I'm always available, and you are not alone in this. As a government, our aim is to develop this nation. In that process, we need you to always support the process. The armed forces form an important element in the development of any nation, and we hope that you will provide the leadership necessary to have that support from the ASLAF.
The concern of the president for transform and maintain the good name of the Salone Army, according to the newly appointed Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Sule Ibrahim Sise, they're part of him plan them for the army.
We are quite cognizant of the challenges faced by the Republic of Sierra Leone. But for a start, our main focus will be the welfare of professionalism and increased participation in UN and AU peacekeeping missions. In addition, we hope to contribute to national development by upgrading both the engineering regiment and the agricultural units as the political will has now been assured. We are ready to give more than our best for the Republic of Sierra Leone, assist the hopes and our staff on easy lies the head that wears the crown. Once again, Your Excellency, I want to thank you most immensely for this decision. We protect the people of this country, their interests, and as well as contributing to the development of the nation through the new direction agenda.
Lieutenant General Sise end up for assure Salone people, and the government say they go work in the interest of Salone and self-promote the interest of the army. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
The program is still listening at Good Morning Salone. It come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. We still get the Minister of Information and Communication at the studio, Mohamed Rahman Soare, where today in the program we look at some of the issues them where journalists them get with now the proposed IMC 2020 bill where they don't gazette now for Kergona Parliament. Well, on the line we get the president for the Salone Association of Journalists Large, winner Ahmed Said Nazgala. Sorry. Good morning, Mr. Nazgala. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Khadija.
All right. We got the Minister of Information at the studio. We they look at the proposed IMC bill of 2020. But some of the issues them we don't come out so far now that the minister been say he do wide consultation where involve SLAG and other media practitioners then before then review this bill and gazette them. Whose role will SLAG been play in this review process?
Okay, thank you very much, Khadija. Let me just make one or two things clear. One, we don't comment, SLAG not comment on the content of the bill right now because we're meeting today at 12 o'clock with membership there. But on the issue of consultation on the IMC bill 2020, there was none with SLAG. We not ever get any consultation with the minister or IMC or any other body on this IMC bill here. Go to consult on throughout now the repeal of the criminal libel law. That is now clear. They will not say, not ever consult, not ever get any official consultation on this IMC bill here. If you go the bill come ourselves, we're not copy to we. Now me call the ministry and go and send somebody for get copy. And I tell you it's not a bookshop for sale. We send it, really. And they got photocopy. The bill, the one bill I got a photocopy, I share out to members there. So if the minister say and consult me, that is not true. That is not correct.
SLAG, when are the body responsible for all journalists, them they say the ministry not all consultation with una during the review process. You think say this particular proposed bill get the views of all journalists them in the country?
First of all, I say we consult always on the repeal of the criminal libel law. That is different from the IMC bill. The IMC bill and also do not ever consult we never get any official consultation on that. Never. That don't make it clear. SLAG not a party or not a party journalist. The views of
the question is, if you say they no consult with SLAG, now they don't put a proposed bill whatever for Kergona Parliament, you think say this bill gets the views of all journalists in the country?
Well, I can tell you from the start, I say SLAG, officially SLAG, will not comment on the content of the bill until after our meeting today. We're going to meet at 12 o'clock. But so far, we're happy with the kind of conversation we don't go around the bill. Members don't express their views. Different factions, they don't express their views there. And today we get meeting, we get officially, everybody will go present their position. And we get, after that, we get a common large position on the IMC bill. But for now, we know the comments on the content. Huh?
Until then, we'll continue with the program. Good Morning Salone. That's now be the president for the Salone Association of Journalists Large, Ahmed Sahid Nazgala. Be they make some clarification inside that interview. They also is say the Ministry of Information have been consult Large during the review process of the proposed IMC bill of 2020. But the minister say them be involved Large in this particular process. Mr. Minister.
I want to emphasize. Say. Not for one thing here they talk about. Who consult every inch of the way. And Sludge was represented, they were active, then go around the country. I understand the sensitivities.
You get Mr. Minister, would that represent Sludge? Would that represent Sludge?
IMC be the midwife of the process, then get records of meetings, of validation sessions, of a whole lot of sessions.
For your program, would that represent Sludge? For this program, would that represent
For
Sludge?
this program, if we want to access the Independent Media Commission now, then get meeting minutes there, then get participant listed there, and everything, each one of them consultations across the country. What are the one thing I talk about? I understand the sensitivities of saying it as it is this time, yeah. But I know what's done now. Government they look like it take unilateral decisions, then forget this bill to outside. I'm not going beyond that. But at the challenge now, Una George Koyamade, his chairperson IMC, he was a journalist. Dr. Soade, his MRCG chairperson, and then at the IMC board, I want for challenge them. I want for challenge any journalist who want to know the truth. These
but now,
they are accessible, they are live and kicking. Now they all midwife that consultation process.
So look at Sludge. Now Sludge don't come out say una no is consult them, they not aware of them. They only tell them say they na bookshop. Then you say Sludge was represented. Would that represent Sludge?
I know to go back to that one day. I don't challenge una now. I want now to talk about the issues there. Just for tell you say we wanted everybody when a media practitioner for take part in this process. Just this weekend, I met with Eastern journalists there. I get copies of the bill go to them. 6 copies at a ceremony I give them because I want let them be part of the debate. They know the reports are no more. They don't see it. They don't read that.
The president is involved in the criminal libel.
No. I talk about the IMC bill. Pictures that they send on a slide for our shots on the Russia. What they hand over the bill to them. Now, Kenneth, go back. I meet with the slide IMC. I meet with the slide leadership. I give them copies of this bill because we want for generate debate around the bill. You understand? Just like what we don't do. I want for note dents in there. Just a few one. Yeah. My brother Thomas talk about spectrum. The spectrum issue comprehensively addressed the National Telecommunications Act 2006 as amended. It also, now the ICT policy, we talk about spectrum use resources by the army, by various people that hold the spectrum. So that is well laid out. Yeah? I mean, a good something now for look at. I don't hear my brother they say qualification requirements. No, the qualification requirements and they in other countries. They don't help them countries and the journalism for cow. Now, Nigeria, for example, apart from insisting that if you get a diploma or degree, yeah, there's also a professional exam that will give you for let them license you. In fact, in Liberia, small Liberia near we. Recently, there was a campaign and so let them begin license journalists there. From journalists themselves, we are not going down that part. Just for let you understand.
Mr. Minister, quickly, not bring in Thomas Dixon, where they are so as an editor, instead of getting you use them. We don't listen to Sludge them president. You don't state and clearly say the ministry not be involved them and the consultation.
Well, that na my understanding. Say the ministry no ever involve Sludge. They don't ever involve the media wider policy. The wider media they not involved with. So as a result of that, I'm happy when the Sludge president come out and say they not being consult them at any point in time. It is good for them to make it clear. You're not gonna make law for people then you not consult the people then. In fact, if we go beyond consultation to validation, also we look at section by section and try for understand the language of that section. Because tomorrow this law then pass them, it got for take long process for they appeal, where they not find you one thing for they appeal. So when you make law, not for disempower people, not for empower them. We see this law, some section and this law, they try for disempower people. They're happy when the minister say they are open to consultation with regard to proprietorship. Because most businesses in the world, they start as sole proprietorship. Me call that media entrepreneurship. Small newspaper, it can turn up tomorrow, it's on big newspaper. So I think the issues that I mean about educational requirements. The minister says some country they get them, but me no say most countries, democratic and progressive countries, not get them. And the reason why they not get them, you can't legislate qualification. Individual media houses they can do them. It like media perhaps the journalists are in favor of government and they call for license. But a true journalist will say that in life because this profession it come up from freedom of expression. A profession where not like a medicine where you for go through some cumbersome process or for become lawyer go through some serious process.
So
All man get right for expression and right-based profession.
People they disagree with you somehow on like we Facebook, so for example, say they don't understand your point. Say for be a journalist, you don't need any training or anything.
I don't say you don't need any training. You don't need qualification. You not for pegam on degree, or else you disenfranchise. You discriminate against people. Where, for instance, not get degree. You discriminate against people. Where, in this case, you not only discriminate against people who not get degree. They discriminate against people who get other degrees. So now he make this particular one very
Okay. We'll continue for the with me inside the program Good Morning Salone. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
We continue for look at the same issue they discussed this morning, and on the line now we get the chairman for the Independent Media Commission, winner George Koyama. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone.
Good morning, 98.1. Thank you.
All right, IMC be part of the consultation process where the Ministry of Information be they do for sake of the proposed IMC bill of 2020. You can just start for explain Uda and Uda be involved in this consultation process.
In the first place, before even we came to take over the commission, IMC, MRCG, and other institutional partners, they have been in consultation with them. And as a matter of fact, we have two important journalists representing SLAG on the commission. That is Professor Dr. Francis Sowa, Commissioner Mustafa Sese. These two gentlemen are well-renowned journalists in this country. They are representing the Salone Association of Journalists on the commission.
Yeah, we don't mention. Then they in the capacity of actioners or as SLAG members, taking into consideration that SLAG get an way for bidon day for represent
nominated commission to represent, and they are making